Most OpenClaw users think that adding more agents to their workflow makes it more powerful, but it doesn't. What it actually does is give you more failure points with no way to recover from them. If your OpenClaw is ever frozen in the middle of a task with no output, no retry, it just stopped, then you're making the exact mistake I'm going to cover today. I'm a software engineer, and today I'm going to show you exactly what this mistake looks like, why it's costing you, and the specific framework change that fixes it permanently. Before we get into the fix, I need to clear up the biggest misconception about multi-agent systems. Most people think these systems mean multiple agents working at the same time, but that's not necessarily what it means. A multi-agent system is about three things: roles, routing, and recovery. Without those three things, you just have multiple agents without any real system, and that's not the same thing. Here's the part that most people miss. When you add more agents without a routing layer, every single one of those agents is making decisions in isolation. There's no coordination, there's no handoff logic, and when one fails, which it will, the entire pipeline stops. Easiest way to think about this is a business. A CEO doesn't do every task themselves. They delegate to specific people with specific roles. They set checkpoints. They approve decisions before money moves. That's not bureaucracy, that's reliability. Your OpenClaw system needs to work the same way. Now, I've identified three specific components that are missing in almost every broken multi-agent setup that I've seen. Let me walk you through each one. The first missing component is an orchestrator. In plain English, this means there's no agent responsible for coordinating the workflow. Every agent is doing its own thing with no awareness of what the others are doing. When one agent finishes, there's nothing telling the next agent to start, and that's when the pipeline breaks. The second missing component is approval gates. This is the one that surprises people the most. If your agent is sending emails, moving files, or calling external APIs, and there's no human approval step before it does that, you have a problem. Not because the agent is untrustworthy, but because reversing a mistake is 10 times more expensive than pausing for 3 seconds to check it. The third missing component is a memory layer. Without persistent memory, every run starts from zero. Your agent doesn't know what it did yesterday. It doesn't know what succeeded. It doesn't know what failed. It has no context, so it repeats work, skips steps it shouldn't skip, and makes the same mistakes on every single run. Here's the part that frustrates people. Each of these three problems on its own is manageable. A missing orchestrator is annoying. Missing approval gates is risky. Missing memory is inefficient. But when all three are missing at the same time, that's when you get the frozen pipeline. That's when you get the agent that runs for 20 minutes and produces nothing. And that's exactly what most OpenClaw multi-agent setups look like right now. So quick recap, the three mistakes: no orchestrator, no approval gates, and no memory layer. Let me show you how to fix all three. The framework I'm going to walk you through is built around 5 layers. I call it the workflow, roles, artifacts, rules, memory framework. Each layer solves one of the 3 problems I just described. So layer 1 is the workflow. This can be your Lobster pipeline. Lobster is the workflow shell inside OpenClaw that lets you run multi-step tool sequences as a single deterministic operation. It also supports resumable state. So when a workflow pauses or stops at an approval checkpoint, you can resume where you left off instead of rerunning everything from the beginning. So layer 2 is the roles. This is your orchestrator and subagent. The orchestrator's only job is to read the current state of the workflow and decide which subagent to activate next. Each subagent only has one specific job. This is the routing layer that most people are missing. The orchestrator is your CEO and the subagents are your team. Layer 3 is the artifacts. Every time a subagent completes a task, it writes a completion marker, which can be a simple markdown file that says this step is done. The orchestrator reads those markers before deciding what to do next. This means no step ever runs twice, no work gets repeated, and when the pipeline resumes, it knows exactly where to pick up. Layer 4 is rules. This is where you add your approval gates. In Lobster, a gate is a pause point in the pipeline that requires human confirmation before the next step executes. You place a gate before any step that has a side effect. So this can be before sending an email, before updating a database, before hitting an external API. Here's the rule I use. If reversing this action takes more than 30 seconds, it needs a gate, and that's it. So layer 5 is memory. Every time an agent completes a significant action, it writes a summary to memory. The next time the pipeline runs, the orchestrator reads from memory first. It knows what happened yesterday, it knows what succeeded and what failed. It has context. So there's 5 layers. Orchestrator handles routing, subagents handle execution, artifacts prevent repeated work, and gates prevent irreversible mistakes. And then memory provides continuity. Here's the main thing to remember. The difference between an agent that breaks and an agent that runs your business is not the model you choose, it's the framework underneath it. Orchestrator, subagents, workflows, approval gates, persistent memory, those are the things that separate a productivity tool from a reliable system. If you want the full guide on everything I showed today, the Lobster pipeline, the orchestrator, the memory setup, I'm sharing them inside my free school community. The link is in the description. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe. I'm sharing sharing OpenClaw content every single week that goes way beyond the surface level. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you want me to cover in the next one. I read every single comment. I'll see you in the next video.